Hi guys, Heike Yates here. A very unusual time as always, and it struck my fancy today to talk about something that somebody in the group has brought to my attention, and it's about I'm working so hard, why am I not seeing results? Results as in body changes, muscle changes, when it comes to workout. So I'm not talking about nutrition today, but I'm talking about the muscles, toned bodies, as we all want to look and feel strong. Okay, number one, we are not guys. That's the number one that you need to keep in mind when it comes to changing your body, toning your body, and getting stronger. Our testosterone is much lower for most women. There are a few exceptions, but the truth is we can't build this ginormous muscle mass that we think we gain when we start strength training. I've been a bodybuilder, and when in the days of my bodybuilding training, I did not spend hours and hours on end strength training. I spent 5 days a week, an hour and a half in the gym, lifting weights, very, very heavy. And for mostly shorter duration of lift repetitions. So if you know nothing about strength training, let me backtrack, because most of us in the fitness industry assume that people know what to do when it comes to strength training. All right, strength training is done mostly in sets and reps. So sets and reps means you could do 1 to 10 reps. It depends on your goals. For the average person who wants to tone their body and strengthen, average person as in women in our group here today, we're looking at an average about 3 sets of a given exercise, and we're talking between 8 to 15 repetitions. Now this can change. Ladies I work with that are older, that means in their 80s and above, usually do fewer sets and more repetitions, and I'll explain why in a minute. But it is about that we're looking to build tone in the muscle. We're not trying to enter a bodybuilding competition. I would hope so. If you do, raise your hand and I'll talk to you on the side in a private channel. But for most of us, we have no time. We want to look toned. We're afraid to touch the weights. We're not sure what to do with them. And like I said earlier, we're not guys, so we are having a whole different system to get stronger. And we are afraid to pick up weights as women. It is so important to strength train because of osteoporosis, and this just a side effect, a side note on that, because I want to talk about how to actually change your body by lifting weights or doing strength training. I'm not talking Pilates, I'm talking dumbbells. All right, I have my weight rack right behind me. These are, let me see without glasses, these are 3-pound weights. And I see it more often than not that the ladies pick up the 3-pound weights and they're pumping away. I'm stepping back. So these are bicep curls. And it's something like this. And if I say, well, is it heavy or not? The answer usually is, oh, I could do 100 of those. Remember, we're not in the 90 plus category, so this should be very doable. The most common literally the number one mistake I see women do is not lift heavy enough. I'm not talking back in my bodybuilding days, hundreds of pounds and really, really heavy. But you need to challenge your muscles. You need to recruit more muscle mass. If you're not adding enough weights or enough resistance to your training, you end up literally just working your elbows. We're just figuring on upper body today because that's where you can see me better. So how many repetitions should you be able to do? Now I'm picking up a bigger weight. So now I have a 12-pounder. And I'm starting to do my bicep curls. So here I can actually feel I'm lifting something that's heavier, but I can safely do that for a minimum of 8 repetitions. If I can do 12, more power to you. No, if you can do 15, it's time to pick up the weight. So let's assume we're doing bicep curls. I picked up my 12s and I do my first set of 12 repetitions. And I feel at 8, I'm looking more like this. Oh my God, I can't get it up. It would be too heavy. If I go, this is 20, and you're still going, whoa, good form, I'm really pumping away, then it's too light. So rule of thumb, if you're doing this and nothing ever happens and you don't feel it in your muscles, not the joint, then you're not lifting heavy enough. You are not guys. You will not look like Arnold, which is probably the most typical way to describe muscle mass. But you want to tone. You want to build up the muscles some to see triceps, to see nice biceps. So you look toned and sexy in your dresses. And I don't want to hear any more about, I only wear sleeves because my arms are flabby. Lift weights. Here's rule of thumb. Oh, let me backtrack one thing. Right now, the high intensity training workouts are super hip, super in, and super fashionable. And it's about getting a lot of stuff in the shortest period of time. Not a big believer in that. I've been for 30 years in the fitness industry and I've seen it all come and go. Take your time, break down your workouts into different bits and pieces. Let's assume today is our strength training day, and part of our strength training day includes biceps. So I want you to go to start out one set between 8 and 15 repetitions will determine how heavy your weight should be. Remember, my 3-pounder was a piece of cake. I move up a little bit more. So always move up by the smallest increment. So I went up then, and I know I keep leaving you guys here, but I need to put my weight somewhere. I got up to 12, just a general number, and I'm going, this is a good weight. I have to work hard, but not so hard that I screw up my form. Now, when we're talking form, remember what I showed earlier? This is what you see some people do in the gym, right? Or this. Can you see it? It's barely moving. Different principles. So you want a full range of movement from the bottom without a hyperextended elbow. Curl up for 2 counts. Curl down for 2 counts. The arm is always loaded. That means it's never just hanging down, has no resistance. There's always a little bit of resistance. And when you come to the end, you keep the shoulder down, the elbow down. You not let your shoulder take over. Correct form is an art. And it pays to have somebody help you learn to do correct form, assess how many repetitions you should do, what weight you do, and in what order. So I'm not talking about that today. I'm talking about you want muscle. That's like big sign right over my head. Yes, you want muscles. Yes, you want tone. For health reasons, for strength reasons, and for aesthetics. Aesthetics? For looking great, for looking spunky. I like my body toned. And strength training is a huge part of it. So there you have it. If you got questions, post them below as always. So here's my on the spur live. Hi, I'm here, and I'll see you on the thread next time. Ciao.